Is your writing time not going exactly how you want it to? In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 mistakes that I've made over the years during writer's workshop. Stick around. I'm Angela Griffith. I'm currently an interventionist, and I help teachers to create positive learning experiences for the students in their classroom. Writer's Workshop was always a weird time for me at the beginning of my educational career. So writing is something that I can do, not necessarily something that I like to do. Now, teaching other people, especially little ones, to write, that was not in my wheelhouse at all. Early on, I just had no clue on how to conduct the workshop, and I just decided that it was just awful overall. So I used whatever was at my disposal. This just happened to be whatever curriculum my district had adopted. You know how that went. I quickly learned that I needed to do more research on how to teach writing to primary students. As I dived into the research, I found quite a few things that I've been doing wrong. So today, I just want to share 3 of them with you. And if you've been making some of these same mistakes, just know that you are not alone, and it's okay. So without further ado, here are the top 3 mistakes that I consider the top 3 anyway, that I made during writing workshop. The first one is using writing prompts. Now stick with me for a minute. When I got my own classroom, I did what everyone else around me was doing, and this was using writing prompts. I quickly found that this did not lead to the type of growth that I was looking for. When I started off with the prompts, it didn't take into account the background knowledge or lack thereof of my students. Some students couldn't complete the prompts because they had no frame of reference for that topic. The biggest problem with heavily relying on writing prompts was that I wasn't conducting a true writing workshop. I didn't include a mini lesson, rather I just showed them how to respond to the prompt. Using a fill-in-the-blank style of writing is not the best idea when students are on the beginning of their writing journey. It was easier for me to go along with this method because I just didn't know what to model. What I didn't realize was that it also created a lot of student dependence on me. Students were unable to hone in on their voice. They were unable to cultivate their own style of writing or write about what was important to them. I cringe now when I think about those earlier writing lessons because I wasted a lot of time. But like I said, when you know better, you do better. When I encouraged them to write about a topic that they were interested in, it kept them engaged in writing. Nothing builds writing stamina like letting them write about what they're fond of. My second mistake was that I thought that writing should look a certain way. And I think that this is because as educators, we go in with the end in mind. We already have in mind what we want the outcome to be. My problem was that I connected the outcome with what I thought the student output should be. I tried too hard to get their version to look like what I had visualized. I wanted so much to focus on the writing portion of it. Doing that meant that I essentially ignored the students who were in the pre-writing phase. The more I researched, the more I realized that I had it all wrong. I could still target those deficits as well. But wait, I could also model drawing? What? That was a mind-blowing moment for me. I just simply thought that they could probably learn that from the art teacher. Boy, was I naive. I began to learn more about wordless books, and all of that alone did wonders for our writing time. I can now tell you with confidence that there is value in their illustration. If all they have on their paper is their name and a drawing of their house, they are a writer. I celebrate that just as I do the writing of students who may have 3 complete sentences and they have labeled every picture. When I met students where they were and I filled in their deficits, their writing confidence was boosted and they enjoyed writing time. So what is your biggest struggle when it comes to writing workshop? Let me know in the comments below. On to my third mistake. Y'all, I'm almost nervous to say this, but not having share time. Now I know what you're thinking. Share time is the ultimate culmination of writing workshop, right? Well, I convinced myself that it was okay to skip it because we often ran out of time. I mean, I had to maneuver some things around to even get a time for writing to begin with. So I was like, oh, we'll just skip share time. It'll be fine. I was wrong. Looking back, I realized I just didn't know how to handle share time. So it was easy to skip it because I didn't know what to do. Every time a student came up to share, it ended up being just one more thing to do, and I felt like students didn't get a lot out of it. But I realized it's because I wasn't leading it correctly. Share time should be the best part of Writer's Workshop because it allows students to hear their writing or share their drawing. When students do this, they get a sense of authorship and ownership. There's nothing that children love more than being heard. Share time allows this to happen. In the teaching world, there are always new ideas going around, new things to learn. I hope that sharing a few of the things that I did wrong during writing time helps you during your own writer's workshop. If you got value out of this video, don't forget to tap the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.